check out this view. And I don't mean just back there, right across here, Fish. We've got hardware.
Hey guys, Ashley Tappan, and you're watching SLEDHEAD 24/7. Hey Sledders, welcome to another episode of SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host Carly Applin, and joining me, our tech expert and my co-host Jeff Fisher. Now Jeff, are you ready to ride or what?
You know, I'm more excited about riding this year than I've been in a long time. We got a lot of cool product to ride, some great equipment, and some really neat places to go.
That's right, but first let's get this show started with a little preview of the Jackson Hole Hillclimb.
We're out here in beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming at the World Championship Hill Climbs. We here at SLEDHEAD 24/7, we go to watercross, snowcross, backcountry ride, trail ride, you name it. We gotta come to the World Championship Hill Climbs and show you what it's all about.
The atmosphere, I would say this is like the Sturgis of snowmobiling.
It's the place to be. I mean, everyone's having fun. Like her.
Jackson Hole!
Woke up calling her back in puppy ears.
Yep.
Jackson Hole!
There's a lot to see out here in Jackson Hole. The vendors, you can find almost anything there. If you're lucky, someone will let you sit down next to them and enjoy.
We brought this event back to more of a family-orientated sport. The younger kids are coming up, the older guys are stepping it up. The competition here is unbelievable. But most of all, it's really about the event and what we're doing for the community and charity. We're a nonprofit organization. We raise thousands and thousands of dollars and then turn around and donate it. It's a fantastic thing.
When I first used to come here, back in the days, they'd never make it up there. Now they fly right over the top. It's unreal.
This is just a phenomenal hill. It's getting so beat up there.
If you don't like the hill, wait a minute, because it's going to change right in front of your face. Pretty soon a couple sleds will go through and then 10 will get stuck. It's super, super challenging. Jackson Hole likes to keep it rough and put on a show.
I would say the funnest part about it is how trenched out the courses get and how gnarly they get.
You always got to be watching, you know, even where the fast guys are going, where the guys are getting stuck. You know, you gotta drive around that. It can change within two guys, so it's crazy.
You know what's really fun about being here on the hill at Jackson Hole is not only hanging out with the hill help. Those guys are a great bunch of guys saving all these sleds, but being up here with fellow media members, camera crew, kind of one big happy family sitting up here on the hill.
I think when you come here, you're going to be hooked. There's people that'll come here and this is their family vacation. You know, they bring the family. You're going to leave here with a smile on your face and you're going to want to come back next year.
Hi, Mom. Don't be mad. I'll be at church tomorrow.
What a riot. As you know, Jeff, the atmosphere at these events is crazy fun.
You know what it is? It's very gnarly racing. These guys are racing against gravity, and what goes up must come back down, and it isn't always pretty when it comes back down. This is definitely a race everyone should go see.
That it is. Plenty more ahead on SLEDHEAD 24/7 as we ride with some FXR athletes and evaluate the 2015 gear. Plus, we catch up with Team LaValle's Kyle Pallin and see what he's been up to in the off-season. All that and more still ahead.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, Polaris, Terrain Domination, Skidoo Snowmobiles, and by Articat. Share our passion.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. Destination riding is popular no matter where you ride. Just getting out on the trails, putting on miles, and taking in what nature has to offer is a great way to escape. Now here's a look at some of the sleds we evaluated in our touring class for 2015.
We're in beautiful West Yellowstone, Montana, and we're here to do our touring segment. And I tell you what, Macker, what are we gonna do?
This is like riding the Pleasure Palace. This is all about being smooth, having comfort, having no noise. We've got the best of the best. I think we could put a few more miles on Fish and check them out.
Well, yeah, you know, let's suit up and get going. Skidoo's Grand Touring SE with the 1200 Fortec, always been one of our favorite.
It's a tried and true motor. Skidoo's used it for a few years now. You know, it felt pretty planted to the ground. There was a little bit of ski lift on harder inside corners at speed.
The engine is bulletproof and reliable. Truly will run and run and run forever. There's very little maintenance.
The 4-stroke torque is, you know, something that's unbeatable. The throttle response is always there, whether it was 1 or 2 people on board.
The ability to play with your air ride while you're moving, have the ability to change that while you're going, I think would be pretty important to somebody who's going to be on their bottom for possibly hundreds of miles.
And it was super comfortable, nice backrest, armrest. Could just take a nap back there if you wanted to.
Yamaha RS Venture. You know, in the past, that's been our sled of the year.
The 4-stroke Yamaha power was incredible. Probably the most powerful motor that I could actually remember.
Something that I thought that was pretty cool was it features the power steering. Some of the other sleds do not have.
The thing drives nice, even 1 or 2 up, you can't tell with any extra weight on there. Those tuner skis are planted. The power steering, it's just pretty much so effortless to drive.
It's got the biggest windshield that offers the most protection. That power steering has been out for a few years and for a reason. It just works, it's effortless. What it does is it starts at 0 RPM or 0 movement, you've got full power steering. As you build speed to 20, 30 miles an hour, the power steering starts phasing back out. You have less and less power steering. So it goes back to more of a natural, neutral feel.
That Yamaha Venture has been around for a few years now. I think that although it's still an amazing sled and the chassis is definitely kind of tried and true, I think that a little bit of innovation in the coming years could definitely help it and maybe bring it back to the top.
The Articat Pantera 7000 LXR, that thing is a fantastic sled. They put the Yamaha motor in it, their 7000 series.
That snowmobile right now for 2015 is absolutely the best touring snowmobile that money can buy.
Probably the most innovative out of any of the touring category that we tested today. That Pantera 7000 with the Yamaha power plant, that 1049cc motor, just absolutely rips. You could go into the corners amazingly fast, and that sled just stayed on 2 skis, took you around the corner, and you're off again.
The Pantera was pretty much like driving a lazy boy down the trail. Super comfortable. That's why it's my top pick for this segment.
The ergos for me, I can feel like I could trail ride that and be aggressive with it, yet sit back and just cruise 1 up, 2 up. The thing is just an absolute blast.
Overall for me, the windshield, heated seat, heated grips, obviously all the touring has that. When you put all that together in a new package, it's innovative, bring back the name Pantera, I think that says it all. They've hit a home run.
Technology and creature features make riding these days that much more enjoyable. Heated hand warmers and seats, plus more storage make it a little more comfortable to ride. Plenty more ahead on SLEDHEAD 24/7 as we profile Team LaValle's Kyle Pallin and see what he's been up to in the offseason and how he's preparing for the National Snocross Tour. Plus, ride along with some FXR athletes as we do a late season test session in the Rockies. Stay tuned.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by Stud Boy, traction with an attitude. Straight Line Performance. Ziegler Cat, exceptional service backing the best equipment. The U.S. Air Force, aim high. And by Speedworks, straight up USA horsepower.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host, Carly Applin, and Jeff. Jeff.
Sorry, Carly, I'm right here. Hey, I got a little distracted. Our new FXR gear just came in, and this stuff is cool. Man, this stuff has style, and most important, we're gonna ride in comfort.
Very, very true. And FXR continues to impress me every season. Plus, the athletes they have representing the FXR brand are one of a kind. Take a look.
I am Brandy Floyd. I currently live in Kirkland, Washington. I have never participated in anything like snowmobiling. I've played competitive sports my whole life, and I've also been a social person my whole life. And sledding combines both of those. For my 9-to-5, Monday through Friday, most of the time type of job, I manage a small little nutritional supplement company. It's very specialized, and it allows me to come out here and play a lot throughout the winter.
My name's Scott Rhodes. I grew up in Spokane, Washington, and about 4 years ago I moved to Priest Lake, Idaho. I became a guide for Kavanaugh's Priest Lake Outfitters, and now I'm out riding every single chance that I can get, whether it's with clients or with my buddies. Being around a snowmobile just makes me happy. Like that, no matter what, if there's a snowmobile in the room, I'm happy.
I'm Zach Parks. I'm from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I'm born and raised in Maple Valley. Just currently moved over here to Idaho and love the terrain over here in the snow. It's good. I raced motocross for 7 years. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love it, crave it. I ended up breaking in my back, shattered my L1 vertebrae, and my buddy handed me a snowmobile one day and went up and rode it. Had a hell of a time, but once I learned it, it's the funnest thing that I've ever done.
The FXR gear fits my body perfectly. It is amazing to me how there's no restricted movement whatsoever when you're out riding with this gear.
When you are wearing the right technical gear that does what it needs to do and keeps you warm and dry, it will help build your confidence for you to keep pushing yourself into more situations to become a better rider and build your own confidence.
And when you have gear that restricts any kind of movement, it's going to wear you out and it's going to slow you down a lot.
When they first sent me gear, right after, they're like, oh, how do you like the gloves? How do you like the gear? Can you give us feedback? And I think that's pretty awesome that they stay up to date with you and how the gear is working and stuff. And every week, I'm always giving feedback from other people that have FXR gear, how they like it compared to other companies.
Obviously, this gear is very bright and noticeable, and I've noticed when I'm guiding, all of my clients love that as well because they can find me anywhere that I'm at, and that is a big, huge thing for me.
It does what it needs to do. It fits me in a way that it's never in the way, but then it never binds me up either. There's nothing worse than having gear that is way too tight in the wrong places.
When your gear performs like you want it to every single time, all season long, that is one less thing that you have to think about when you're up riding in the trees.
My relationship with FXR this year has been phenomenal on many different levels. They have pushed me harder than any other sponsor has, and it's been very fulfilling.
FXR has been amazing to me. I think that is one of my biggest sponsors that I have, and signing on to that company has been one of the best decisions I've ever made.
You know, I was looking around for gear that could hold up, be waterproof, so I was tired of being soaking wet, and you know, I gave them a call and see what they could do for me, and they put me on the team, and ever since I've been wearing the gear, I couldn't ask for anything more.
I am loving my new FXR gear, and they've got us covered from the young guns of snowcross all the way to the sport of motocross.
Oh yeah, and don't forget the casual gear. They got us from their new line of tennis shoes all the way up to our hats.
Check out all that FXR has to offer. We've set up a link on our website at sledhead24-7.com. Still ahead, what has Kyle Pallin been up to as he prepares for the upcoming snowcross season? Find out next, right here on SLEDHEAD 24/7.
SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Arctic FX Graphics, make it yours. Fox, redefining ride dynamics. And by FXR, world-class outerwear.
Hey, welcome back, sledders. Now this summer we caught up with Team LaValle Polaris pro rider Kyle Pallin as he prepares for the upcoming season of the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross Tour powered by Ram. Let's see what number 324 has been up to.
Hey everybody, I'm Kyle Pallin, number 324 on a Polaris, and I race for Team LaValle. Racing for Team LaValle is an absolute awesome experience. We work really hard, but also, you know, we know how to keep it light and keep it fun and enjoy what we're doing.
Dude, if you were claustrophobic, you'd be in a bad place.
Just having Levi there with all his experience of pro racing, over 10 years of pro experience, it's been awesome for me.
Hello, my name is Levi LaValle, and I am a snowmobile guy. Kyle Pallin, he's a character. He's a super fun guy. I honestly don't know if I've met a nicer guy than Kyle. And the thing that's really cool is, you know, since he came on with our team, he just is constantly looking for the next step.
He can help me learn a lot of things ahead of time and at a quicker rate than I might be able to do on my own. So he can help me avoid some of the pitfalls that come with racing. So it's been really good, and I've been really happy.
That constant search for improvement and to progress is awesome. It's just awesome being around such a positive guy.
Last season was really good for me. I was super pumped with the way it ended up. I jumped from 7th in the points the previous year to 3rd last year.
You know, go out there and you just do the best we can. You know, at the end of the day, I would love to get on the podium. Kyle did a great job last year. Being a racer for as long as I have, you know the routine, you know what works, you know what doesn't work. And the biggest thing now is just making sure that all the riders are comfortable and everything is dialed in perfect so that they don't have to worry about anything other than going out there and doing their absolute best. I tell you what, having a relationship with Polaris, and not only having the relationship, but having it since day one. You know, I've been on Polaris my entire life.
You know, they just put out such an awesome sled right from the get-go, and it's very tunable and forgiving, you know, and you can customize it quite a bit to just each and every individual rider's liking. It's like opening up your presents for, you know, Christmas morning. It's like, oh, this is so cool. You know, you just crack the throttle and it's got that sweet sound. You know what the pipe is.
The punishment you put that snowmobile through for 15 minutes straight of, you know, slamming wide open into a wall, basically. Like, what does that? What can withstand that punishment? Our Polarises can.
During the summer, we're here at Levi's compound, and we all get together and do some battle and moto, and I think it's good because it keeps that race mentality sharp, and you know, gets us dicing back and forth.
So they structure their summer so that, hey, I'm gonna do you know, these different things and that are gonna help me get closer to my snowcross goal.
sometimes, you know, working out in the gym, it can be a bit of a grind some days. You're just always trying to elevate yourself and your performance and your level, so that, you know, when it does come time for a season, you're prepared, and hopefully you're coming in more prepared and better fit than the next guy.
1,028, come on, you're 3 hours deep, let's go. Got another 2 hours.
The riders, they all, you know, everyone's really hungry on Team LaValle. You know, Kyle and Jake and Andy, everyone wants to, you know, they want to go and succeed. So they structure their summers so that, hey, I'm gonna do, you know, these different things and that are gonna help me get closer to my Snocross goal.
My goal, I guess my goal for the year is I want to get Kyle Pallin at his best. So that's my goal, and to have fun and be safe and just, you know, enjoy what I'm doing, because this is a lot of fun. I love riding snowmobiles and racing snowmobiles, and I just want to keep doing that.
Keep an eye on Kyle Pallin. He's going to be one to watch this year. He finished 3rd in points last season, and with Levi LaValle in his corner, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now that's all the time we have for you for this episode of SLEDHEAD 24/7. Tune in next time for another action-packed episode. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and who knows, you might just ride with us this season. I'm your host, Carly Applin, and from all of us here at SLEDHEAD 24/7, thanks for watching.